We got our passports. Hi guys, it's been a while since I have talked to the camera directly. 4th trimester me here, and I'm here to take you through this vlog because I just made short clips as things were progressing. The 4th trimester is the ghetto as well, because I mean 1st to 3rd was the ghetto also. So I am going to take you through what is happening throughout. So the first clip you guys are going to see is me realizing I have stretch marks. Yeah, on one side of my belly. It's a beautiful mark. It doesn't bother me. It's not disfiguring or anything. It's just there. I don't even remember that it's there, honestly. And this was just a few days after I gave birth. Yep. How does this even make any sense?
Like it doesn't. It doesn't. It's not what that's what I do.
What you're going to see now is baby boy's second bath, technically, but his first very detailed bath. So the first bath was after we came back from the hospital, and I just wanted to rid myself and my baby of the hospital. Like, I wanted to rid us of the hospital. So I had a bath, like an actual bath, soaked myself in the bath, and I brought my baby in too. Now, baby boy does not like having a bath. Even till now, it doesn't like water touching its skin. I don't know why. I've tried everything, but sometimes some things work. Sometimes now I realize that we have to be active during bath time, singing, praising him, pouring the water on him in bits, then having a muslin over him just so he's a bit warm and all. Bath time is a whole workout here. But yes, this was his first bath, and my sister was the one that gave him his first bath because we're still in Canada. My mom is not around yet.
Good job, Stan.
At about 9 or 10 days of life, baby boy went to take his first passport photograph. So you guys know that we were trying to be smart about the timeline that we had, and we were trying to make sure that we weren't slacking off. So even before what's it called, the birth certificate came out, we went to do baby boy's first passport photograph, so that as soon as the birth certificate was coming out, we would have we would go apply for the passports, and you know, everything can move along very quickly. Now this day was stressful. Yeah, first of all, we learned that if babies are not allowed to take passports at a particular age. So I think if it was less than 9 days or 10, if it was just a day less than the day we actually went to take the passport, we wouldn't have been allowed to take it. So yeah, I think it was around 9 or 10 days of life is when they allow babies to take their first passport photograph. This day was stressful. We were going from one place to the other. Baby boy was sleeping, but let you enjoy what actually happened that day. Hi, it's me again. We are at, no, let's start from the beginning. So we went to the newborn clinic. Baby's doing fine, all the right things. And then we were like, birth certificate is almost out though. They said they sent it and we should get it in the mail soon. So we're like, let's go and take his passport. He's only 7, 8, maybe 9 days old. All he wants to do is sleep. We went to Walmart. They said they don't have facilities for infants because it's the self-service thing they have. We came to Henry's. Walmart referred us to Henry's. Henry's said that their own passports get rejected often because there's a light thing behind, and even when we tried to take him, he just wasn't opening his eyes, and his eyes has to be open. This boy is sleeping. He's sleeping. We've tried everything. Put wet wipes on his face, tapped his leg, did everything. My boy did sleep. I think the mistake we made was feeding him at the clinic before we came here. So he's milk drunk, he's gone, he's in dreamland. So, and then Henry's here, they said that there's a guy that specializes in newborn passports, and they'll give us the contacts of the person. So we'll probably just try and head over there and see what happens there. Right now, we're just waiting to see if he was going to open his eyes. These guys have gone because it's 15 minutes. This boy has still not opened his eyes, so I'm just praying that now that we're here, that he does, because I can't go back home and come back for this thing again. I mean, we would have to, but I hope we don't have to. If you close your eyes, I am coming for you. God, I beg. What did you? God, I beg. Go.
Take a few more there, okay? Is it okay?
So it's already closing eyes.
I think we got.
Tomorrow's weather is not that cold. Probably
Àti ṣetán. Husni showed us all pepper. All of us, pata. But finally, we're done. If you've been following along, you would know that while I was in the hospital, I didn't have milk to give baby boy, and he finished the colostrum I had harvested. Like in his first 24 hours of life, 50 ml of colostrum was gone. So we had to give him formula, and then they were going to not let us leave the hospital because they wanted to monitor his feeding. But I felt like since he was taking a bottle of formula and he was eating well, there was no need to stay in the hospital longer. And I also felt like if I wasn't at home rested and getting my energy back, my milk wouldn't come in. So we went home, and the next clip you're about to see is the first time I actually had milk to bag and put into the freezer, because it was more than enough for baby boy. And if you know, you know. If you don't know, you cannot put breast milk in the fridge for more than 4 days. You have to freeze it, so it had to be frozen. And these 2 bags was the first bag that was frozen. First 2 bags milk for the freezer.
I used to drink cornflakes.
Baby boy's birth certificate came in. The process was so fast. It took less than 2 weeks, and we eventually used the 5-in-1 bundle, but we only did the birth registration and the birth certificate. That's the first 2 steps of it. We ignored the other 3 steps. And I think by the second day, after the first day we applied, by the second day they had issued it, and then it took like a week and some days for it to, get posted to us. And so on this particular day, we got baby boy's birth certificate.
Birth certificates don't want to wait.
See this one, sir. What are the things that my mom gave us?
Let me just yeah. Birth certificate has landed.
So since we already had the passports, we had the certificates, and those are the things we needed to apply for his international passports, for his Canadian passports. And we already filled out a form that we needed to take to the passports place. We just, went to the passport place. It wasn't far, it was at a mall. And yeah, this is how it went. There isn't actually a lot of details. I didn't vlog much that day, but we the process was actually quite simple. We went there. My sister already told us that Service Canada, I believe it was Service Canada, would open quite early, and we needed to be like the first ones to open the door with them. We weren't the first ones to open the door with them, to be honest. I think we got there like 30 minutes on her after they opened, and we saw quite a number of people there, but still we didn't. I think in total it was like 2 hours that we spent at the place, if not less, or maybe just a little bit more. And we were able to do the application. We did the express application, so we paid $50, I believe, extra. The passport itself cost us $57, and then the extra, fast forward express costs $50 extra. And we were able to, they told us the date, so we were supposed to come back March 5th, and just one parent could have actually done it, preferably the parents whose name is on the document, the application form. So yeah, and they told us that when we're coming also, so my husband had already signed on the application form. I mean, both of us were around, so we had signed and everything. But I guess there's a process that if you've not signed, if one party hasn't signed, there's a whole process to that. So both parties have to sign. And yeah, but for collection, any of you guys, any parent can actually go. And so we were given March 5th to come back for collection. So when we finished at the passport office and we realized that we were given March 5th for collection, my husband's flight was March 8th, was booked for March 8th, and I know that I would need help on the plane with baby. We decided to move my flight forward to March 8th, because I think it was like April 2 because of course things weren't supposed to be as fast as this. Baby wasn't supposed to come in February, so moved my flight forward, and we had to hand baby boy to my own flight. And we also reserved the bassinet. So we already paid for the bassinet seats, the bulk head row seats, so we reserved the bassinet. Baby boy also got 123 kg check-in bag and carry-on bag with his own passports that with his own tickets that we had it to mine. And yes, we had to pay a token for baby boy. It was like a fraction of what we paid for hers, but we still had to pay. I think it was like $70-something or pounds that we had to pay for baby boy's ticket.
Just like that, we're back.
So before this day, we had a couple of appointments. So baby boy went for his newborn clinic appointment. This was a walk-in clinic because we learned our lesson not to go into the hospital for all of these appointments. So As visitors, we paid $125 for each visit. So if I was going for a visit, I paid $125. If baby boy was going, he paid $125 at the walk-in clinic. So every follow-up that we wanted to do, we just did at the walk-in clinic. And so that was the newborn check. I had a check to review my blood pressure. Baby boy had a circumcision. It was also at the walk-in clinic. So the doctor at the walk-in clinic referred us to, the doctors at the circumcision clinic. It was in one building, so that was just perfect. Now this appointment was the newborn hearing test appointment. So they weren't able to do it at the hospital while we were there, so it was at no cost at all to us, because they said it was just a separate, they do it separately, but it's part of the hospital package. And so we went for the newborn hearing test. Now before this day, we already knew that nothing was wrong with baby boy's ears, because he was already responding to sounds, to loud noises, just even to normal voices. He could already recognize my voice and his dad's voice, and we already knew that nothing was wrong with his hearing, thank God. And when we did go for the test, it was confirmed, because the person that did the test said the rate at which he passed the test was too fast. Like, it was so fast, it's rare for them to see that kind of thing. So yes, his hearing perfect. I mean, that's his name. His name is Hosni. It means to hear, to listen, to hearken. Orukongbe mommy. That means, for those that don't understand, that means he's bearing his name. His name is reflecting on him. So yeah, that was the newborn hearing test. And this day was so sunny. It was lovely weather. It was so nice.
He reacts to sound so fast.
Yeah.
My boy.
Today we're here for hearing test at the family center. And I feel like there was no point of us coming for this hearing test, because even before today, the way he reacts to sounds, you're like, there's no point of coming for this hearing test. And they confirmed this, like, the speed at which he passed the test was very funny, both ears. So anyways, we're done with hearing test and we're going back home. Like, that appointment did not take up to 5 minutes, and they gave us a goodie bag. Baby's book day, literacy right from the start. Oh, it's a book. That's nice. I've been thinking of books, like, whoa, yes, read me a book to you. Cute. Thank God we have books. Yay.
March 5th eventually came, and baby boy's passport was ready, and it took us less than 30 minutes to get through the whole collecting the passport. And immediately we collected the passport, we literally sat down outside of Service Canada, or is it Service Ontario, one of them. I will put the right one on the screen. And we sat down outside. Immediately we got his passport and we applied for this ETA. So because he's Canadian, to enter the UK, he needs an ETA. That's electronic travel authorization. I think it cost us like either £9 or £12. I'll put the right one on the screen. And we thought it was going to take a while. That was actually why we sat down immediately in front of the Service Ontario to, apply for the ETA. But it was so fast. I think it took less than 9 minutes for the ETA to come through. So very easy peasy. And yeah, baby was ready to travel with us. Also, because he's Canadian, he's going to be entering the UK as a visitor. Yeah, so we have to add him to our own visa later on. The ideal thing would have been to add him to our visa while we were in Canada, but our visa is about to expire and we would be going on another visa, so it didn't make sense, honestly, to add him to it. And the plan was, if by because he's a visitor, he has 6 months to stay in the UK before he has to go out of the UK. And if by then, if he has to go out of the UK, if we're not ready to, you know, add them to our own visa. We would just go on a family vacation somewhere close, spend a few days there, and then come back into the UK, and in 6 months starts to read again. In fact, we could do that because we actually want to travel at least once or twice every year. We could just use that opportunity to, you know, take our vacation every 6 months. And it will just be perfect. So yeah, that's if we're not ready to add him to our visa anyways. So yeah, baby boy's passport arrived, his ETA arrived, and we were all ready to travel back to the UK.
We got our passports. Yay.
March 8th came, travel day came, and yeah, I'm just going to let you guys enjoy all of this. One thing that did happen during check-in was that because I had frozen breast milk that I wanted to travel with, it is not part of the liquid limit or anything like that. If you have frozen breast milk, no matter how many ounces meals that you're carrying, you can take it for free because it's a medical equipment sort of. So in fact, even breast pumps, breast milk, formula if you're carrying formula, hot water if that's what you used to mix the formula. I carried a nursing pillow, all of that is for baby, that is to nurse the baby. You can carry it for free. So I had a big gray bag where I put all of those things, and it did not count towards our carry-on or hand luggage, you know. So what happened was that they tested the breast milk. So not that they would, you know, put anything inside, they just swapped it, and then something was flagged. So I guess because the eats packs, first of all, the bag that we put the breast milk in, the cooling bag, was delivered the day of our travel, so we didn't wash it or clean it. We just put the breast milk inside, and then the ice pack that we used had already been in the fridge mixed with food items and all, and we just put it into the cooling bag like that. So we took an extra cooling bag because the time we had between the time that the cooling bag was delivered to putting the ice thing into the freezer for it to block was too short, so we needed extra ice inside there. So that extra ice thing that we used, I think because it was already mixed with household things, that's what was flagged. So basically they had to search me and baby and everything, our hand luggages that we were carrying. They had to do a physical pat down for me and baby. Can you imagine that? So yeah, but at the end of the day, they said it happens, and you know, we were allowed to go. And this is the part where I keep quiet and allow you to enjoy the travel vlog back to the UK. I must say though that having my husband with me was the greatest blessing. If I didn't, I don't know what I would have done, because he was able to carry all of our luggage and all I had to do was carry her baby. That's all I had to do. And then even in the plane, we were able to switch, you know, as one person is taking care of the other person is getting some rest. I mean, as one person is taking care of the baby, the other person is getting some rest, which is what we actually were doing when we were in Canada also, throughout the night, throughout the day, you know. And it was perfect. Even when the flight was over, people were telling us, well done, you guys did so good, and blah blah blah. It was really nice. And because I was also still pumping, that's why I actually carried my pump. I had pump wipes to clean the wipe because there's no way to, you know, clean it. So I had pump wipes. I pumped like twice during the whole 10-hour journey or so. Let me just let you guys watch it, okay?
And just like that, we're leaving London, Ontario. For London, UK.
Leaving London to London.
Oluwaseun. It's very, very sunny. record you too as they're recording me.
Hello, Daddy. Hello, Daddy. Yes, sir.
Ethan. Ethan.
Yes.
Say bye bye.
Bye.
Yes, don't wear your boots, but you know, rest your boots. Yeah. So, when you put it up, this one is good. But do you want to put the tab in it?
I do have to take it.
Yeah, so.
If that's okay.
I mean, Sha, it was one that Sha chose it, so he chose what works for him. That's fine.
10 plus 4. Oh.
10 plus 5 is 15.
I know.
10 plus 6 is 16.
14.
Right. Okay, another one?
Sorry. Are they putting that stuff inside the restaurant?
No, they're just swabbing the sides.
You have 8. Wait. Not yet. I got one more question.
I can't carry you
Okay,
all
wait,
the
wait,
time.
wait.
You're a big boy. Stop eating jacket.
Daddy's stressed as hell. Baby comfy as ever. Mommy is in between. Definitely in between.
We encourage you to wear your seatbelt at all time. It is prohibited to smoke.
I'm sitting here and I just fed my Oga and the next milk I'm supposed to give him is still cold and I don't have anywhere to run it. I was hoping we would get hot water on the flight, but I'm not yet there. But at least for now he's settled and I want to pump and I'm hungry and I'm just thinking like, how would I have done this thing alone if my husband was not here? How? Because the plan was for me to do it alone, but how? Like, I want to come and I'm just waiting for my husband to come back so that he can take Osni and I can be able to like place the pumps. But like, he wasn't here, what would I have done? The food safe, how would I have done it? I need to change the diapers too. How would we have done it? Anyways, this one is made from. Thank God he settled down after wanting more that I did not have. I gave him cold milk. And I was just like, he stopped taking it. They're like, no. This is not what I want. Hey, food is here. Food. Uh,